for instance, you need to create time to study. You need to create time to read. The time is
Definitely.
not just going to come like that. And
Yeah.
most often, you need to go a bit extra mile to create this time. And one of the stuff that really kind of helped me a lot, most especially with time management and building your dreams, a lot of stuff you need to create. For instance, during my dream in coaching and having to build a lot, I need to kind of limit the time I talk with friends and family. And they kind of, oh, you're not doing this, but that's what I need to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Why do I need to sacrifice that at this moment? And I'm trying to build a whole big company, which
Yeah.
is online. If I'm talking with you online, a call come in, I can pick it up.
Yeah.
And then when I finish my session for a day, I need to build that mental capital. I need to invest time to read about 2 hours. I need to put my phone on silent. So I might just have 1 hour to go through all my calls. So people that are just say, hey, how are you doing? And that's not a priority to respond to. Someone that, oh, I want this, and I'm taking if you can give me this response. That's a
Yeah.
priority. Now you start prioritizing those stuff, and you people are gonna get upset. I wrote to you. I said, okay. Someone said, I've been writing to you for the past 3 weeks, and you did not. I said, what did you write? What were you saying? You went through, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Okay, that's important. That's about caring. But I said, look, if you ask something, you would have got a response. But it's
Yes.
just like, yeah, you're grading. I know
Yeah.
that's important, but I have about 200 messages to attend to. I'm going to look for people that need an immediate answer. And
Right.
this might sound rude to people to understand, but that is what you need to get to the next level because this is what happens when you're at a particular level and you're trying to pull everybody up with you. You're having a lot of baggage. You can't
Yeah.
move. Now
Yeah.
you remain at that level for a long time. But if you go up to a particular height, now you have more power to pull them up with you.
Yeah.
So it's something which we actually ignore a lot. And we say, oh, I need to talk to my brother, I need to talk to my mom, I need to send money to this, I need to. It's very important to send, but it's more about you first. Are you going higher? And the people that have been in this country for a very long time, and all they do is they work and they support people back home,
Oh yeah.
it's good. But are you progressing? And people say, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this. I told myself one time, and I said, hey, a time I used to send this amount of money. I said, okay, let me invest this in my own business. And probably after 5 years, I can think about. And when I started doing that, I started seeing massive change. And most especially, when you're building a business and you're looking at the future of that business, you might not be having the maximum return now. Then
Yeah.
you look 5 years into that business, it gives you the reason to put more money in there. It gives you the reason to invest more there. At that investment phase, nobody's seeing it. You're putting in your time. You're the secretary, you're the graphic designer, you're the content creator, you're everything.
Oh,
Uh,
producer,
uh,
live,
yeah. And
editing.
nobody's seeing that. And when it gets to a point when you break even and then you start recruiting people, that's where people are going to say, oh, so all along you don't even care if I'm existing here, but no one care when you were there spending sleepless night or so. So we need to be conscious of that. And we need to know people that are standing on our way when we're on a venture and people that are there to support us.
It's so funny how stories. I keep saying the same sentence every time, but I don't know if it's a winning mindset or it's just how the things you have to do to succeed. I've
Yeah.
had I've had a similar story. Before relative, we say hi, how are you? And at one point I was just like quiet because I was just going through school and stuff and then work.
Uh-huh.
So I wouldn't text for a while, like a week, and they were like, "Oh, you're forgetting about us. You don't think about us." So I said, "Okay." Now when they call and I say, "Hey, how's your business plan?" Then now nobody calls me again. I'm the one calling. Like I'm seriously happy. Like I will call. Like let's talk about business. Like nobody's answering the phone. True story.
Nobody,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so I think I don't know if it's a kind of a topic where people want to, talk and feel, I don't feel embarrassed. They don't
yeah,
know. Just say, how are you
yeah.
financing? If you bring something a bit technical, they feel like, they might feel embarrassed if you're saying something they don't know. And maybe tomorrow, not look at them as auntie, uncle anymore. But which is unfortunately not the case. You might have to break some chains so that once you
Yeah.
get up there, you can now pull people. But there are some people they really want to grow, and you can put them along, if they're ready to do business. But
Mhm.
definitely, if you want to grow, at one point you have to cut chains. You have to cut chains. You have to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself before you
Dressing
can.
yourself. There's been a whole lot of sharing. Really, thank you for creating this opportunity where we could exchange some value. I think we need to do this frequently and see.
I think so.
Um,
I think so
yeah.
too. You have rekindled a lot of the things that I know as principle, but honestly, I don't practice them. But I look at you and you're just practicing it's like you're just flowing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that. So I've
Uh, yeah, I would say it's something which we all need to practice daily.
yeah,
I wouldn't say I know them. I try to practice them. The time they don't really go where. The time if you come to my deck, I do a lot of papers here. I kind of just go back to those old days and said, okay, you know what? I need to start writing everything down and stuff. And it also there's also a very powerful stuff in writing. Like I've been talking with you. I wrote down a couple of stuff you said. When we're done, I need to go online and start looking at it and start saying, "Oh, you spoke something about a speech from the CEO of Tesla." I said, "Okay, I'm not listening to that. I need to go get that." There's
oh
something
yeah,
about the book from Tony Robbins, Money the Master Game. I said, "Okay, I don't yet have that book. I need to go check out that book." That's a
yeah,
whole lot about uh, what it needs. We're learning a lot by
yeah.
sharing, and great content is really passed on. So there's also a lot I've learned from you while we're talking, and definitely this is what's going to make me better. By the time we come to the next session, I've already learned most of this. I've listened to this speech which you've given me. I've done this, and yeah. So that's the secret. It's nothing kind of really different from what we do. It's just about we're looking at it and we're looking at how we can move it to the next stage.
You're right. They have like 4 pages of notes that I was writing down, and I'll do the same. I'll do the
Right.
same. I'll probably listen to this a couple of times because the first time you listen to something, you might miss some key points because maybe you're
Yeah.
thinking it or interpreting it in your own way. Well, definitely listen to this again. So if somebody wants to join you, how can they find you?
Ooh, I'll tell someone the easiest way to find me is on social media, but they can also check me my website. I have a personal website, drfrancisweb.com, so
Okay.
they can find me there. And my business website is theauthorpath.com. The authors with an S, the author's path, like a path you're walking on, dot
Okay.
com. So if you go there, you'll be able to see many of the authors we've published. You can read about the stories, you can read about their books, you can uh, move from there, go order the book on Amazon, and you can also find out ways to work with us there. You can also see where you can apply to want to
Wow.
write a book with us. And
This has been amazing. I don't know how many hours have we been here. Oof, close to 2 hours.
those 2 hours. Oh, whoa.
Hour, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I should keep going on. But I know there should be a part. We should definitely have a part two.
Yeah.
Help, help our people. I don't know how. I think this thing is going to grow big, like you said in the beginning. That 5 years from now, it's going to be a next level, next level.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to look at the work we're trying to do without bringing mentors to help, other people get that mentorship, which is part two of growth. After financial capital is relationship capital. and you being one of the first person, accepting to come on my on this on Widot and assist in sharing your experience while helping people. I'm very grateful. I hope we do this again. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm always open, man. With people of great value like you, just let me know what's coming up next. And I also have a show. We do it every Wednesday, Facebook Live. It kind of hoping that it's going to focus on fall on the time where you're less busy. You can come in. We have many people that need to get from your inspiration and learn from some of your core story as well. So I'll also be happy to host you, and let's
Oh,
look at how we put this out there. Yeah.
oh, definitely. You have my number, my email. Just hit me ahead of time. I'll just put on my time. I'll be right here.